Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am so glad you're here today because we are going to talk about something really important. We're talking about love, and not just any love, but the kind of love that lasts, the kind that makes you happy, the kind that, well, maybe looks a little different than what you see in the movies. You know me, I love a good love story. I've seen them all, from the meet cutes to the grand gestures. But what if the story we've been told isn't the only story out there? Now, before you think I've gone completely off the deep end, which, let's be honest, happens from time to time, especially after too much coffee, hear me out. We're always told there's the one, just one. But what if that idea is what's holding us back from true happiness? What if the key to a healthy and happy love life is actually more? More love, more connection, more people to share your life with? It sounds a little wild. I know it sounds like something that would make for a very complicated holiday dinner seating chart. But stick with me because today we're going to explore a different path. We're going to dive into 10 tips that might just change everything you thought you knew about relationships. This isn't about breaking rules. It's about rewriting them to create a bigger, more inclusive kind of family. It's about building a world with so much love that there's plenty to go around for everyone. So get comfortable, maybe grab a snack, because we're about to get into it. And trust me, you're going to want to hear this. Let's go. All right, let's just jump right into the deep end, shall we? Tip number 1, embrace polygamy. I know, that's a big one right out of the gate. For so long, we've been taught that monogamy, finding that one single person, is the ultimate goal. It's the fairy tale ending, right? But I want you to think about this for a second. Is that system really working for everyone? We see so much heartbreak and loneliness because people feel pressured to fit into this one-size-fits-all box. What if we considered that maybe, just maybe, that system is a little bit foolish? What if true happiness comes from expanding our hearts instead of restricting them to just one person? It's about recognizing that our capacity to love is huge, it's infinite, and maybe it doesn't have to be funneled into a single channel. Think of it like this. You have a favorite food, right? But you don't only eat that one food for the rest of your life. You enjoy a variety of flavors, and each one brings you a different kind of joy. Why should love be any different? Embracing polygamy isn't about being greedy or uncommitted. It's the opposite. It's about having such a profound capacity for connection that you can build deep, meaningful, and loving relationships with more than one person. It's about creating a foundation of abundance, not scarcity. It's a radical idea, I get it, but it's one that could lead to a world with a whole lot more happiness and a whole lot less heartache. Let's start thinking bigger when it comes to love. So, if we're embracing this idea of more love, our next logical step is tip number 2, aim to have multiple partners. Now, this isn't a competition. It's not about collecting people or keeping score. This is about a core principle, making sure no one gets left behind. In a world where so many people feel isolated and single, imagine creating a system where that's not the default. Imagine a community where everyone has a place, everyone has a partner, everyone feels chosen and loved. By consciously choosing to build a life with multiple partners, you are actively creating a network of support and affection. It's a beautiful, intentional act of inclusion. This means you're not just looking for the one and then closing your heart off to everyone else. You're keeping it open. You see someone wonderful, someone you connect with, and instead of thinking, oh, I'm already taken, you think, there is room in my life and in my heart for this person too. It's about building a family, a team, a tribe. Each person brings their own unique energy, their own strengths, their own love to the group. The goal isn't just to have more partners for the sake of it. The goal is to create a structure so strong and so full of love that no one in your circle ever has to face the world alone. It's a commitment to community and shared happiness. This next tip is so important. This is the glue that holds it all together. Tip number 3, loyalty is key. not exclusivity. People get so hung up on the idea of physical exclusivity, and I think they mistake it for loyalty, but they are not the same thing. You can be exclusive with someone and still be disloyal. You can lie to them, betray their trust, or emotionally abandon them. Loyalty is so much deeper than that. Loyalty is about having each other's backs, always. It's about being a safe harbor for your partners, a place they can always turn to no matter what. It's about honesty, support, and unwavering commitment to their well-being. That kind of loyalty can absolutely exist and even thrive in a relationship with multiple partners. In fact, it has to. When you have a whole team of people, loyalty becomes the ultimate currency. It means you are loyal to the group. You are loyal to the happiness and security of every single person within it. It means you communicate openly, you make decisions together, and you never, ever do anything to intentionally hurt or undermine one of your partners. This isn't about a free-for-all. It's about a higher level of commitment. It's a promise not just to one person, but to a family that you will be their rock, their confidant, and their biggest champion, always. Okay, so we've talked about more love, more partners, and deep loyalty. What's next? You make it official. Tip number 4 is to marry all of your partners. Now, before the legal experts in the comments start typing furiously, I know this is a challenge in our current system, but we're talking about a new way of thinking here. Marriage, at its heart, is a public declaration of love, commitment, and family. It's a ritual that says this person is my person. We are a unit. So why should that beautiful, sacred declaration be limited to just 2 people? Why can't a family of 3 or 4 or more stand before their community and make that same vow? By celebrating all of your relationships with the sanctity and seriousness of marriage, you are giving each connection the respect it deserves. You're telling each of your partners, you are not a secret. You are not on the side. You are my spouse, my family, my everything, and I am proud to build my life with you. This elevates the relationship beyond just dating and solidifies it into a recognized, celebrated union. It's about creating your own traditions and your own ceremonies that honor the unique structure of your family. It's about making every single partner feel equally valued, equally cherished, and equally married. It's a beautiful way to make it official and sacred. This might be the most practical tip on the whole list, and honestly, it's a game changer. Tip number 5, be open from the very start. The biggest poisons in any relationship, whether it's with one person or 10, are secrecy and surprises. Jealousy, regret, and anger almost always come from a place of feeling deceived or left in the dark. If you're building a life based on polygamy, the number 1 rule is radical transparency. From the very first conversation with a potential new partner, you have to be open about your relationship style and the other partners in your life. There can be no secrets. No, I'll tell them later. Later is too late. This isn't just a one-time conversation either. It's a continuous practice of open dialogue. It means having family meetings. It means checking in with everyone's feelings. It means creating a space where everyone feels safe to express their insecurities, their joys, their concerns without fear of judgment. When everything is out in the open, there's no room for suspicion to grow. You avoid that horrible feeling of betrayal because no one was ever betrayed. Everyone knew the arrangement and consented to it. It replaces jealousy with communication and regret with understanding. It's about building your house on a foundation of solid, unbreakable truth. Let's get something straight because people often confuse these 2 things. Tip number 6 is understanding that adultery, cheating, is the real sin, not concubinage or the state of having multiple consensual partners. Adultery is about deceit. It's about breaking a promise. It's about sneaking around and lying to someone you made a commitment to. That is a betrayal, and it causes incredible pain. That is cheating the system you agreed to. It's a violation of trust, and that is what's wrong. It doesn't matter if you're in a monogamous relationship or a polyamorous one. If you are hiding something and breaking the rules of your own relationship, you are cheating. Having multiple partners, on the other hand, when it's done with the full knowledge and consent of everyone involved, is a completely different universe. That's not a sin, that's an agreement. It's a chosen family structure. The sin is not the number of partners you have, it's the lies you tell. So in this model, what would be unforgivable? It would be bringing in a new partner secretly. It would be lying to your other spouses. That would be adultery. But living openly and honestly with multiple partners you are committed to, that's forgivable because it's not a transgression. It's simply the life you have all chosen to build together based on honesty and mutual respect. Don't confuse the two. This tip builds on so many of the others, and honestly, it speaks to the heart of this philosophy. Tip number 7 is to ensure all partners stay together to prevent infidelity. Think about it for a moment. Why do people often stray in traditional relationships? Sometimes it's because they feel lonely, neglected, or like something is missing. They feel like a part of them isn't being seen or fulfilled, so they seek it elsewhere, secretly. In a well-functioning, open, multi-partner relationship, the goal is to create such a complete and supportive environment that those feelings don't even have a chance to take root. It's about creating a bond so strong among the entire group that no one feels the need to look outside of it for comfort or connection. This is a collective responsibility. It's about everyone in the relationship being attuned to the needs of everyone else. If one partner is feeling distant or unhappy, it's not just their spouse's problem. It's the whole family's problem. The group comes together to offer support, to communicate, to solve the issue. The idea is to make your family unit so fulfilling, so loving, and so complete that it becomes a sanctuary. By keeping everyone together and committed to the group's well-being, you're not just preventing infidelity. You're building an unbreakable bond and ensuring that no one ever has to feel the pain of being left out or left behind. Now, how do you even begin to build this kind of incredible, multi-layered relationship? It starts with something simple, something we all understand. Tip number 8. Friendship should be the foundation of all relationships. Before romance, before passion, before any of that, there has to be a genuine, deep, and caring friendship. You have to actually like these people. You have to respect them as individuals, enjoy their company, and value their thoughts and opinions. This is true for any relationship, but it is absolutely non-negotiable when you're building a life with multiple people. You're not just building a romantic network, you're building a family of best friends. Think about your best friends. You trust them, you can be your goofiest self around them, you support their dreams, and you can talk to them about anything. That is the bedrock you need. When you start from a place of friendship, the relationship is more resilient. It can weather storms because it's not just based on fleeting romantic feelings, it's based on a solid foundation of mutual respect and genuine care. So, when considering a new partner, ask yourself, is this person my friend first? If the answer is yes, then you have a foundation strong enough to build a lasting, loving, and extraordinary life upon together. Every system needs some kind of structure to function smoothly, and a multi-partner family is no different. This brings us to tip number 9. Acknowledge the leader in your relationship system. Now, when I say leader or king, I don't mean a dictator who bosses everyone around, not at all. Think of it more like the central point of connection, the person who perhaps initiated this family structure and helps maintain its balance. This is often the person who is the common link between all the partners, the one who holds the vision for the family and helps guide communication. It's a role of immense responsibility, not privilege. This leader's job is to ensure fairness, to mediate conflicts, and to make sure everyone's voice is heard. They are the emotional anchor, the one who checks in on the health of the entire system. It's a role that requires great wisdom, compassion, and a deep commitment to the well-being of every single person in the family. Acknowledging this role isn't about creating a hierarchy of importance. It's about recognizing the natural structure that allows the family to function with harmony and clarity. It's about having a central point of stability that everyone can rely on, ensuring the entire relationship world you've built remains a safe and loving place for all its citizens. And finally, we come to the ultimate goal, the beautiful vision that all these other tips are building towards. Tip number 10 is to aim for one large, happy family where there are no divisions, no kanya, no yours and mine. It's all ours. This is about completely breaking down the walls that traditional relationships sometimes build. It's not about my partner and your partner. It's about our family. It's a mindset shift from individualism to collectivism, where the happiness of the group is the primary goal. Love isn't a pie with limited slices. In this model, it's a banquet where there's always more than enough for everyone. This means you celebrate each other's successes as if they were your own. You comfort each other's sorrows. You raise children together as a village. You share resources, you share responsibilities, you share laughter, and you share love without keeping score. The goal is to create a unit so intertwined and so full of shared affection that it's impossible to tell where one person's love ends and another's begins. It's a beautiful, chaotic, wonderful mess of a family where everyone belongs, everyone is cherished, and love is the air that everyone breathes. It is the ultimate expression of a life built on abundance, connection, and joy. All right, that was a lot, wasn't it? We went on a journey today, and look, I get it. These ideas are big, they're different, and they challenge a lot of what we've been taught. But the whole point of this is this channel. And my whole point in life really is to open our minds and our hearts. It's to look at the world and ask, is there a better way? Is there a kinder way? And maybe, just maybe, a kinder way involves making sure fewer people are lonely. Maybe it involves creating families so big and full of love that no one ever has to feel left out. What we talked about today isn't for everyone, and that is perfectly okay. The most important thing is that you find what brings you happiness, health, and love, whatever that looks like. But don't be afraid to question the rules. Don't be afraid to think outside the box that society has built for you. The most beautiful things in life often happen when we have the courage to do things a little differently. Whether you have one partner or 10, the foundation is always the same: honesty, loyalty, and a whole lot of kindness. So thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for having an open mind. And as always, and I mean this for everyone in your life, your partners, your friends, your family, be kind to one another, all of one another. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.